I'm late. Hello. I'm late. I'm late for a very important date. I'm sorry. I just wanted to go get a snack. Can you forgive? I beg in your hearts. Can you please forgive a streamer for wanting to get a snack? Please find it in your hearts. I beg of you. I beg of you. Uh, Happy time zones, everyone. Happy Sunday and or Monday. Yes, hi. I'm alive. That is my name. How are you? We got a lot of people in here today. A lot of people chatting. Happy to see you all. Good to meet you, Heretic Engineer. Hello again to Sandwich and Ialuna. I wish you luck on this journey. Thank you. I did. I couldn't. My chat window is very small on my own screen, so I had to scroll up to see yours. I'm just glad that we are done with Case 4. I am very happy about that. I thought we were finally rid of Case 3 syndrome in like long-spanning detective games. Guess we were wrong. Yeah, like it's not too, like, the story itself wasn't too bad. I mean, we talked about this last time. It was just the actual turn of events was actually, in the end, was actually somewhat cool. It was the, like, Deus Ex Machina of the investigation. I don't know my right words. But how are you? How is everybody doing? And I am, as for me, I'm glad we're sort of coming out of the holiday season. Not to say that the holidays are bad or anything, only that I believe like everybody I know has, including myself, has sort of suffered over the holidays, mainly in terms of health. It's whether that's physical or mental health. I know like a lot of people have been struggling through the holidays. I had terrible sleep and insomnia problems, and also a little bit of sickness. I'm getting better at managing it, and that has at least for the sleep side. Oh yeah, Muppet Christmas Carol. Right. We need to watch that. You know, I was thinking before City Skylines 2, I was thinking of doing a watch along for one of those little things I was interested in. You know, when we talked about that, for those who are new here, we sort of had a stream recently. We sort of talked about, I guess, stick to my own collabs. That's fair. Although, like, I like having the other one. Although, like, I fear that if I only do my own collaborations, it will be a very, very rare thing. And I think that would be fun to like engage with YouTube poops more, because I've been actually putting stuff together for City Skylines instead of doing YouTube poop stuff, because that's one of the other things that we have. Sorry, I'm going off of all these sorts of tangents before getting to Great Ace Attorney. But for again, for those who are new here, hi, I'm alive. That is my name, as Heretic Engineer said earlier. Anyways, what was I gonna say? Yeah, we have a poll for City Skylines 2 in the chat. It's like I had to get a whole bunch of mods together and make sure that they worked. And actually, we worked on some map making, and I'm continuing working on that. We have a poll on the Discord server. The poll is, if we want to do, for our build, do we want to do a traditional city or a traditional city build? Like we sort of talked about, hey, like maybe like building where I live in my lore, or going on vacation, or things like that. Or do we want to build one massive airport? We could do something similar to like the similar to like the FPS Airport series for City Skylines 1. Currently, that option is in the league. We'll see how it goes. But yeah, Again, that is sort of, you want to see detail and management sort of style games. So that, so yeah, we're adding that to the channel. We also have a new detective game coming up. A new detective game on Wednesday. That is Urban Myth Dissolution Center. A little spooky, cryptid kind of, not necessarily cryptid, but that kind of detective game. So that'll be fun. But I do want to engage with YouTube poops more. So I think, look, yeah, I think I might react to that, because that, yeah, we show that I'm engaging with it. Yeah, I want to have more fun with YouTube poops. I want to have the time to. I wish I had the time to edit more. The tough thing about the source that I picked, I told myself I was gonna pick shorter sources for YouTube poops, and then the one that I picked is about like an hour and a half to 2 hours long. So and I will say it starts. I'll say it also, like, it starts with people introducing themselves, saying their names. So I have been, I've been sentence mixing. I've been saying a lot of time, just like sentence mixing a lot of words. So it's been very slow progress. So, but that is sort of because I'm in a segment where it's only like 10 seconds, where I'm doing a lot of editing, changing names and stuff. But anyways, we're gonna get on to the adventure of the unspeakable story, the final case, in this first game of the great Ace Attorney Adventures, as it is seemingly called. Let's go for it. Home of the Baskervilles. The Adventure of the Unspeakable Story. I recognize that font.
It's coming! Sholmes's cry pierced through the thick wall of fog around us. Wisps of vapor flowed over the pistol as I cocked it, and I waited breathlessly in the stillness. The silence lasted for what seemed an eternity, until, at last, it appeared. From the shadows of the cloud, an enormous beast sprang out upon us. A hound it was, but not such a hound as any mortal has ever seen. Its eyes glowed with a smoldering glare. The whole of its ox-sized body was outlined in white-hot flames. Its rumbling pant and hideous howl, so terrified was I that I began to tremble with fear. Look well, Wilson, Sholmes declared, gazing upon the mystical beast. For this is the diabolical hound of the Baskervilles.
Are we gonna meet a Baskerville? Is that what's gonna happen? Oh, wow. 2 months. Did you take on a case in that time? In that disconcerting courtroom experience we were first thrown into on the day we arrived into the country, and in Satsuki-san's terrible ordeal that had followed closely behind, we had emerged victorious. However, there then came an abrupt end to our opportunities to appear in court, which was hardly surprising, of course, since I was nothing more than an amateur, an unknown student of law from a faraway land. So life in our little office was very quiet. That is, until it was shattered one day by that fateful telegram. Alrighty, 15th of April, 9:13 a.m., Naruhodo's legal consultancy. Who could be at our door? That morning, I was woken by the unreserved knocking on the door by the telegram boy. But after he'd gone, Suzuto-san's behavior became very obviously strange. Huh. Suzuto-san? Yes! Is it time to leave for court already? Let me see, what case is it today? I don't think I'm scheduled to defend anyone at the moment, am I? We haven't had one in 2 months. Of course not. How silly of me. I think Iris said she would make us breakfast this morning, so shall we go down to Mr. Sholmes' suite? Yes! Iris makes the most delicious breakfast food. She does, doesn't she? Once our bellies are full, we can leave report in fighting fit form. Let me see, what case is it today? Here we go again. Alright. So, we have us who... Excuse me. We have us who, yeah, we've just been wanting to get work, and Sisytho is sort of, we still have to sort of remind her. I feel like just so optimistic that she's already sort of jumping ahead. Let's see. Yeah, the telegram. That's probably what I want to hear about first. What was it about? The telegram that was delivered this morning, I mean. Oh, a telegram. I don't know what you're talking about. Yeah, it's... You were just over there. Yeah, you're not gonna get away with it. I didn't think I would. But you have to try. That's fair. That's fair. Don't give it a moment thought. It's, nothing interesting. Boring, in fact. This is a boring old telegram. That's 3 times now that she's tried to fail to convince me that it's nothing. I promise I'll tell you about it at some point. Alright, I understand. No, I'm not so sure. I feel like, yes, but we need to pressure you into... Not necessarily pressure you, but just, well, I suppose Suzuki-san will have arrived back in Japan. Oh, this is us talking. Yes, I should think so. He left immediately after that terrible ordeal. Which would mean he should have completed the voyage already, or be just a few days away, or already be dead if the Reaper of the Bailey's curse should have already taken its toll. We had that very long telegram complaining of seasickness. By and large, it seems the voyage has been going well. Is something wrong, Naruhodo-san? I was just wondering, what might have become of Suzuki-san had he stayed in London? That's all. You mean, as regards Lord Van Zeeks, the Reaper? Yep, I can't help wondering if seasickness would have paled into his insignificance in that case. Alrighty. The Reaper. What is it they say? That no one who stands in the dock can be saved from the Reaper, right? Like the way that nightmare's trial ended on the very day we arrived in London. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, Mr. Wario McGill did. I thought he would come back. Well, I mean, he died or whatever, but I thought that storyline would come back in that case. But the cause of that dreadful fire is still a mystery. But at least Suzuki-san is safely out of the country now. Presumably that means that the curse of the Reaper can only take effect within the confines of the city of London, perhaps? Even if that's the case, it's a little comfort. I have a terrible sense of foreboding, especially with that telegram that you keep not telling us about. If the legend of the Reaper is to be believed, it would mean he wields the swords of justice himself. Come to think of it, I wonder what he's been up to these past 2 months. Surely not wielding that sword against more acquitted defendants. No, I don't think so. Apparently Lord Van Zeeks hasn't appeared in court once since our last encounter. Huh. Since Suzuki-san's trial, he's withdrawn from the judicial service again, it seems. Really? Maybe our old friend, what's his name? Strongheart Barry 63 is behind this. Just like before, when he wasn't seen at court for several years. So, it's been just me who's had to face him in his recent spate of trials now. Ugh, just my luck. That's definitely connected somehow. Yeah. Oh, nothing. Never mind. You're the smart one here. I mean, even compared to me, so... Oh. Sorry. I was trying to back out. There we go. Can we present our attorney's badge? We haven't done that much. It means a great deal to me, you know, that you cherish his armband so, and wear it each time you appear in court. Well, it's very important to me. It's what shows that I'm a lawyer, and whenever I wear it, I feel as though it gives me strength. Because I absolutely cannot be without it, especially when I'm at a critical point in a trial. But just the other day, I noticed you wearing it when we went to visit that park. Sometimes I forget to take it off. Aw, that's sweet. Let us examine. Oh wait, no. We need to go downstairs to the suite. Oh yeah, for whatever reason this button doesn't work here, so I have to go quick. We got a little fish tank, wow. We're rather lucky to find that old aquarium left behind here. The prawns we put in there are doing rather well. The anemones too. It's a wonderful invention, isn't it? The sea behind glass inside your room. Another example of Great Britain's greatness. Having to clean it out and change the water isn't so great though, is it? Yeah. Oh. No. Nothing there. Let us move to the suite, the film suite. Oh, move. There we go. I swear I pressed that button. It didn't work the first time. I went circle, square, triangle, then circle. Morning, Bruno. Morning, Susie. Good morning, Iris. Iris, yeah, is Sholmes playing the violin badly? What is it, Bruno? What is that terrible noise? It sounds like a cat being strangled. Oh, yes, you noticed that, didn't you? Yeah, figures. Really isn't in the best form this morning, it seems. Aw, buddy. Hello. Hello, Mr. Sholmes. Also, I just noticed you have a skull in your bookshelves. Why is that there? Good morning. Sorry. Whew. Good morning to die, perhaps. No, I'm sorry, Sholmes. It's an habit. You look miserable, and the way you were playing the violin before. My analytical mind is dead. Music is dead. The world is dead. Damn this blanched existence. That's all it is, my dear fellow. Nothing of consequence. I'm afraid I don't understand. Well, Iris, isn't it time we ate? Some dry toast and insipid coffee for me, if it's not too much trouble. Oh, kitty cat? Aw, hello. You got a little kitty cat door. Oh, look, it's Wagahai. Good morning, boy. I see some sort of tiny door for cats to use, but how did it get there? Well then, everyone, time for breakfast. Oh, wonderful. Let me help you, Iris. It would indeed be a fine day to die. I knew something looked different. Something's missing from Mr. Sholmes' desk. versus the missing machine. Mr. Sholmes, I don't like to pry, but your desk looks rather empty today. Well done, Mrs. Sato. Your observational skills do you credit. Oh no, Mr. Sholmes. They pale into insignificance compared to yours. You'd struggle not to notice, wouldn't you? You mean Hurley's great analytoscope? That's all Windibanks now. Sorry, it's at a Windy Bank? No, Windibanks, the pawnbrokery. Uh-oh. What? You mean you've pawned that enormous machine of yours? It has some considerable value, you see, quite undeservingly. But isn't it a very important machine for your work? I do wish you had consulted us if their situation had become so desperate. I should have gladly passed the little income I have to you. Dear madam, things are far from desperate. But the pawnbroker has your wonderful machine. How could it be anything but desperate? Making use of the pawnbrokery is quite ordinary here in London, I assure you. It is. It doesn't sound ordinary at all. It would seem that neither of you fully understand how pawnbroking works. Oh. What's to understand exactly? How pawnbroking work? What do you mean when we said you didn't fully understand that? To the people of London, pawnbrokeries are akin to banks. Banks? On Mondays, merchants relinquish their finest jackets and trappings to their pawnbroker of choice. With the money they receive in return, they are able to trade happily through the week. Then on Saturdays, they go to recover their things using the money they've earned. We had no idea. This has been a fascinating lesson for us. Everyone does it, you see, especially people in London. And should they have money to spare, they would purchase another fine jacket. Not to wear, obviously, but to pawn, should the need arise. Oh, how ingenious. So whenever we have something that's getting in the way, we leave it to Windibanks, you see. Pawnbrokery can be thought of as an extremely secure vault. Who would have thought that even pawnbrokers are different here in Great Britain? Yeah, I didn't know that was how it worked. You have to watch Hurley with it. Sometimes he pawns things he really shouldn't. Don't you, Hurley? What does it matter? The world is dead to me now. Well, I guess we have to. You seem to be very unhappy this morning, Mr. Sholmes. What's happened? It used to be the case that in my hands, this violin sung like the dog chorus, its mellicent tone to make flowers bloom. It would. But now, the muses are unamused with me. The goddesses of music have thrown me over. Whatever do you mean, Mr. Sholmes? For hours I have bowed, for days even. Through the night I've endeavored to no avail. That sound, my tone is lost. That brilliant, clear, unwavering tone, gone forever, no more recitals of unbridled emotion. Well, you haven't been practicing much lately, have you, Hurley? Don't worry, I'm sure it'll come back to you in time. Heed my words, Mr. Naruhodo. The goddesses of the arts are fickle. One day they bestow genius upon a man, the next they unmercifully withdraw it. Oh dear. Yeah. Why is this happening to me? They take the turn I have to look for the violin from me. What is left, for pity's sake? What is left? Deduction perhaps? Isn't that what you're known for? Oh, dang it, I pressed the wrong button again. That's no fun. Ah. My nose is very stuffy right now. Hold on. There we go. Sorry about that. Examine maybe? We talk to you. We can. Oh, I did not know that was how it worked. Mr. Natsume's cat seems to have settled into his new home then. Oh, it was his. But I've become very attached to little Waggy. It would appear his previous owner has completely forgotten. Cats are unfeeling creatures. The muse is empty as the heart of the muses. Aww, that's so cute. Such a cute little pose. If Mr. Natsume had no intention of taking Waggy back to Japan, I wonder why he kept him in the first place. I expect he would have taken him if he could, but pets are strictly forbidden aboard steamships in our experience. And for good reason. Terrible things can happen if the rules of passage are not obeyed. Well, I don't mind, because Waggy's adorable. Yeah, he really is. Yeah, he is indeed. Oh, what about the door? I don't remember seeing that tiny thing in the main door before. Where did that come from? Oh, you noticed. You are observant, Bruno. Look, I use this. It's my latest invention. What is that? I call it the cat flap. Gotcha machine for making doors just for cats? That's right, it can make a cat flap for a little furry friend like Waggy in seconds. And it can do it in any door at all, no matter what it's made of. It's very powerful, you see. Wouldn't it have been quicker just to make the cat flap rather than making a machine to make the cat flap? Why do you in the cold food when out hot eat the food? That's what that's reading like to me, because I do not understand that. Maybe, but now I can make cat flaps anywhere I like. Oh, I think it's wonderful. You must make one for us in the drawer for our office upstairs, Iris. He really knows how to come up with unconventional inventions, this girl. Hee hee hee. British laughter, British laughter. Oh, what was that? Uh-oh. Someone's not happy. Well, two people now. Waggy and Sholmes. Both unhappy. What was that? Oh no! Waggy's tangled up in your violin. Oh, goodness. I think he thinks it's a toy. No, what's he doing to it? Oh dear. Mr. Sholmes' precious violin. Why should I care? What? I shouldn't be surprised. If the cat is a more accomplished musician than I now. Mr. Sholmes really is in poor spirits, isn't he? Well, anyway, I'll put it back where it lives, shall I, hun? Out of the cat's reach if possible. Maybe we should assess the damage. Yeah, it looks like we're gonna have to examine, hand that way, and take a good old look. Good old look-see. So this is the violin, is it? It's Stradivarius, one of the finest violins in the world, made by the renowned Italian luthier Antonio Stradivari. Oh, I see. Doesn't really look like anything special to me. I happened upon it covered in dust, languishing in a pawn shop down a nondescript back alley. The broker had no idea of its value, so I was able to purchase it for a mere 55 shillings. How honorable of you. Also, do we believe his story? And until today, it has been my faithful companion in every great Paganini-inspired performance I've made. I ask you, is there a reason to live in a world devoid of music to tolerate this plunged existence? No. There is none. Mr. Sholmes, snacky snack time. What, dear madam, what? My thoughts are preoccupied with fancies of release from this dull routine. Well, it's about the violin. It looks very different to normal, don't you think? Huh? What do you mean, Miss Suzuki? Oh, Susie's right. Yes, the tone of the wood is completely different. That's not all. I'm sure there was no crack here before. It's not even the right size. What's this? Was it swapped out for a cello or a viola? Or whatever. I don't know my instruments, I just know the names. And those are relatively similar. I'm terribly sorry to tell you this, Mr. Sholmes, but that instrument isn't a violin at all. Then what? I believe it's an entirely different instrument called a viola. What? What? I want to see that animation slowed down. That must have been fun to animate. Right. You are quite right. This isn't my faithful Stradivarius. Though what praise this piece of stringed flotsam? Not your faithful performing partner, then? Ah, I see what must have happened. You do, Iris? This is just a simple mix-up. Sounds like Iris might be able to tell us exactly what's happening, if we ask her. Well, looks like we're gonna have to ask her. In the next no, I'm kidding. It's only been 41 minutes and 40 seconds. The mix-up. Le mix-up. La mix-up. What did you mean by a mix-up, Iris? Hello, Boston Dominus. Hello, welcome to the stream. My name's Ty. I'm a pilot PNGtuber, soon to be VTuber, hopefully, depending on how long that model process takes. How are ya? We're in the middle of, well, we just started the last case of the Great Ace Attorney. Hope you are doing well. Well, you see, this violin, this viola, I mean, was at Winterbanks until last week. At the pawnbrokers. Not Mr. Sholmes' beloved musical partner. There's a proverb from the East, with which you are no doubt familiar, my dear fellows. Always let a beloved child travel. Yes, indeed. So you sent your beloved violin to the pawnbrokers in the hope that it would experience personal growth. Also, that's a cool phrase. Oh, what a wonderful idea. Last week, I pawned my great analytoscope in order to release my precious instrument. But it would appear Mr. Winterbank mistakenly furnished me with this tawdry fiddle instead, or deliberately swapped it. But my ears cannot be deceived by the hollow timber of this piece of timber. No, but your every sense is deceived by the fact that it just had strings. Fine state of affairs this is. Why I always say, Mr. Naruhodo, never trust a pawnbroker, they'll try to fiddle you every time. But earlier you told us that you could think of a pawnbroker as an extremely secure vault. Yeah. He's hot and he's cold, he's yes and he's no, he's in and he's out, he's up, then he's down. Come, Mr. Naruhodo, dilly-dallying will get you nowhere. Yeah, fighting animation, let's go. Crunching your toast with that vacant aspect. Thrusting your coughley so obtusely. Are you not a little embarrassed by your own conduct, considering the urgency with which we are faced? We must visit Mr. Winterbank's brokery at once. That's right, isn't it, Mr. Sholmes? Precisely, Miss Suzuki. Without a moment's delay. But I haven't finished my bacon and eggs. That's a good choice of breakfast. My dear fellow, surely you still do not intend to crunch your bacon with an increasingly vacant aspect, to press your egg even more obtusely. Alright, say no more. Let's go then.
Don't worry, Runo. I'd be happy to heat it up for you again later.
Oh, thank you, Iris. As it happens, I am rather curious to see what a British pawnbroker's looks like. I am too. I have never been to one. So let's go move. Whoa. We got Baker Street, so the outside of our place, and the pawnbrokery. Let's head on over to the 15th of April. Oh, and the Bank's Pawnbrokery. So this is a British pawnbrokery. Oh my, there are all sorts of tools and contraptions in here that I've never laid eyes on before. Ah, says the sun, and that spark of wonder in your eyes. You can't wait to scour the shelves, can you? I got the impression you enjoyed. Alright. I did know to save my snacks for breaks in dialogue. That is on me. I get the impression you enjoy places like this. Oh, yes, I don't know why, but see, such a lot of things I don't understand is a real thrill for me. My dear fellows, let us not forget why we're here. Oh, Mr. Sholmes. We are calling on matters of business, not pleasure. And clearly Mr. Sholmes means business too, judging from the spark of fury in his eyes.
Oh, Mr. Sholmes, welcome back. Did you hear that praise and wealth?
Well, yes, we are potential customers after all. We are disgruntled customers, Mr. Naruhodo, and it's time to inform Mr. Windbank of our eye. Come, the fight is afoot. Alright, let's show him our armband. Mr. Winterbank, about this. Let me see. I'll give you $2 for it. No, I don't want to pawn it. Yeah, that's about how I thought it would go. Violin. Naturally, you will recall this, which I retrieved from you some days ago. Yes? This second-rate fiddle is not my faithful instrument, Mr. Winterbank. The color of the wood is different. It has holes in it. It's not even the same size. A wonderful summary of our observations, Mr. Sholmes.
I'm so very sorry, sir. How ugly and unforgivable of me, and an inexcusable mistake for a pawnbroker. There's only one way to make amends.
A fucking gun? No. Get that off my screen. No. I don't think that would be necessary, do you?
Why they just say one thing before I pop off?
No, we should be stopping him. I don't think you're in a great mental state. I hope therapists existed back then as a profession.
It's you, sir. Mr. Sholmes, who took it upon himself to remove the item the other day, I believe. Sorry. As I recall, I entered the storeroom to fetch your violin when I heard, "Oh, here it is." You did. When I turned to contribute you're taking the viola left, sir. Oh, but there can be no doubt that the blame lies fully at my own door for allowing you to leave. I shall not grumble and grouse any longer. It is guilt die with me. No, stop my...
Buddy. Why are you the one? But actually, yeah, I would rather take Sholmes falling on the floor than, well, yeah.
Phew.
Not loaded.
It appears the fight is over. I do humbly apologize, Mr. Winterbank, and evidently my questionable disposition participated in this tragedy. Well, you wouldn't be Mr. Sholmes without that questionable disposition now, would you? That is true.
I do believe you may be right, sir. It's either laugh or cry, I suppose.
You are, it must be said, one of my more challenging customers. I needn't remind you of the peculiar collection of items you brought through my door in the past. Oh, peculiar items. In the extreme, for example, the unpublished manuscript of an eponymous work, the novels of Sherlock Holmes or some such. Oh my, a new full-fledged novel. Unpublished? A story I've yet to read. Oh, forgive me. Wait, before you die, you must tell me more. This is questionable. Let's get the pawnbrokery thing out of the way. I wonder, can I ask you something? Gentleman from the East, I see. If that sable suit, I suppose I could offer you 6 pence for it. Without wishing to offend, the tone is somewhat dull. Sorry? But for your splendid attire, ma'am, 5 guineas, no less. The colors are exquisite, design exotic. Eastern artistry at its finest, may I say. Oh my, 5 guineas, you say? How interesting. Why do I feel as though I've suffered some sort of defeat here? Actually, I was hoping to ask you about your business. I've heard it said that pawnbrokeries are used rather like banks here in London. Yes, sir, indeed. Many of my customers use the establishment as you describe. I appraise their items and offer them a proportionate loan in 2 months of secure stowage. If in that time they repay the original sum to me plus the agreed interest, their items are happily returned. But what happens if they don't pay you the money? And the items are offered for sale in my shop, as you can see on the shelves behind me. So you never sell items before the 2 months has passed then? That's right, ma'am, that's right, which means some considerable responsibility lies on my shoulders. Should a customer's precious belongings be lost, the only recompense is for me to demonetize. The very idea, Mr. Winterbank, is an absurdity. One should never talk of one's demise so casually. Says the man who was telling us it was all a good day to die only this morning. Yeah, true. And let us not forget that I've already helped you take measures to ensure such a tragedy never occurs. Oh, what sort of measures? I engineered a simple device with which the Winterbank is installed here in the shop. I call it the red-handed recorder. Is that not so, Mr. Winterbank? What was that deep sigh about? I'm worried about this. Oh well. What on earth is a red-handed recorder? Use your eyes, my dear fellow. There are 2 just below the ceiling. I can see what appears to be a camera attached to some sort of timing device. Very astute. It is indeed a camera furnished with some 100 pieces of celluloid film. And every 30 minutes precisely, the camera automatically records the appearance of the shop. Here, I have an example I can show you. 4 o'clock a.m. Yes, a print from the camera set to record the activity at the shop counter. I developed a special type of film so sensitive it produces a crystal clear image even in darkness. Really? That's extraordinary. Yes, you can clearly see the counter and the door behind it. Look. So you see, were someone to enter the premises with an intent, his identity would be summarily exposed. But did you not say that the photographic prints were taken at 30-minute intervals? Indeed, I did say, madam. Then, what if the incident were to occur in between times? One could only say, that would be a cruel twist of fate. I must confess, your devices have been giving me some cost and stress as of late. I beg your pardon, Mr. Winterbank? Surely they're anything but de-stressing. It's the cost of the film, sir. You most gracefully place not 1 but 2 cameras in my shop, after all, which means I must pay for nigh on 100 utterly useless prints every single day. I'm afraid the cost of the film will break me before I'm very much older. Nevertheless, a small price to pay to ensure the safety of my preferred pawnbrokery, you know? You can cut it down. Maybe you could cut it down to like 50 times a day, or 25 times a day, or film, or whatever. Oh, hello, Corp Dog. Welcome back. Welcome back in. We're with our weekly Sunday Ace Attorney nights.
We are in case 5 now of the Great Ace Attorney Chronicles, the last one of the first game. My dear fellows, we verge on an age where safety and security come at a price. Oh, heaven help us. And your unpublished story. You like Venus Wright Ace Attorney better, though. That's fair. That's fair. Honestly, this game... I know people have said that this game is better, but honestly, like, I put it with the rest of the series. I wouldn't really say that it's particularly better so far, but then again, I haven't played. But then again, there's Case 5, then the second game, and generally, when people rave about Ace Attorney Investigations, they rave about the second Ace Attorney Investigations. So we'll have to see. Is there really an unpublished story under this very roof? One day, the gentleman in here brought in an old metal chest, isn't he? I'd like to entrust this to your care for a while, Mr. Winterberg. For a chest like that, 1 shilling, sir, not a farthing more. It houses something of very great value indeed. The latest manuscripts, recounting the adventures of one Mr. Herlock Jones. I beg your pardon, a manuscript. You wish to deposit a manuscript. You turn the music down, thank you. Oh, game audio's at 7. That's quite high. I forget what I turned it up for. Let's put it there. It is not usually that high. It must have been, it was a particularly quiet game. I remember it was probably a one-off like Stray or something, where I had to turn the actual game volume up, and I forgot to turn it back down. Thank you. I'm glad that's good. And that was that. As such, Mr. Sholmes' latest tale of otherworldly mystery lies dormant in my store. Mr. Sholmes, is that really true? Do I think that someone doesn't want to talk about this? I continue to pay your fee, do I not? Then kindly continue to store my belongings securely. I surely Winterbank would have had to look at it. Of course, skip that, please. Now then, Mr. Sholmes, allow me to return your, precious violin. You don't know about your stream audio, God help. Fair enough. Fair enough. The very thing. Thank you, Mr. Winterbank. Perhaps this might mark the end of the peculiar items you try to pop, huh? Because if anything were to happen to one of them. Nope. Yeah, I agree that you ought to stop waving the gun around. Look, a single bullet. No, there's no one but myself could possibly be harmed. That's not really what I meant. Good day to you, then, Mr. So, Mr. Narhouse. Now we can explore at last. What does that say? Percy something? I want to take a look at that. Apparently I can't. Well, time to move. Yeah, I pressed circle twice. I had to press it twice. Oh boy, this is reminding me of an artwork from Layton's Mystery Journey, Ocacio's Mystery Journey, the worst Layton game. Look at all the different things in the window of the shop. Oh, that's Winterbank's, the pawnbrokery. Looks much smarter than a pawnbroker's in Japan, doesn't it? You're right. I find pawn shops at home rather inapproachable, personally. It reminds me of tearfully parting with my favorite fountain pen. I felt so miserable. Doesn't kill us, makes us stronger, Mr. Naruhodo. Store for rent. And this is our place. It's already been 2 months since we started taking lodgings here. I still can't quite believe it. I never expected things to turn out like this. Me neither. Oh, I know. To actually be sharing accommodation with the world's greatest detective. If I ever find myself before a court of law now,
I'll have not one regret. I don't know what you're talking about, but I'd be happy to defend you, of course. Fair enough. Okay, let us... Anything? I don't think there's anything else. Yeah, so... Now, the question is where to go. I'm guessing if we were to go anywhere, probably the legal consultancy. Is there anything... Okay, what to do? Yeah, that's probably a good idea. Can it really be that we've been in Great Britain for 2 months already? How much time is it? Ooh, that sounds really good. Oh, that sounds delightful. I have a little snack. I have a little, I'm not trying to describe it. We get these, like, packaged, like, meat sticks. It's sort of like, beef jerky. Oh, it's a little bit like that, except it's put into like a cylindrical tube. Yes, beef. Yeah, beef stick. Yep. I had never heard of it until, like a year. Like honestly, I don't have a name for Mom Altera. I have Guy Altera for my brother, but I'll just say like Mom Altera introduced me to them, and I quite enjoy them. I'm very glad that Mom Altera did that. And what an English gentleman you've showed off there, Sister-san. You love those things. Oh, great. Great, glad I'm not alone. When I thought it through, I realized it's not at all true, actually. I simply don't feel that any Britishness has really rubbed off on you. Or you, to be honest. Well, that's obviously because... Yes, I know. Without a doubt, it's your kimono. It most certainly stands out. To adore the entire of English ladies, it's quite delightful. Somehow, I just don't feel ready to abandon my Japanese dress just yet. Wonder how Suzuto-san would look in Western clothes. That'd be interesting to see. But we don't really, that's not really what to do. We can examine more. Let's look at the fireplace. Spring at last, and the weather is warmer now. But I love the smell of fire and the steam rising from the kettle. Oh, would you like some tea, Mr. Naruhodo? Thank you, Suzuto-san, but I'm alright for now. Deer sticks are your favorite. That might actually be what I have. I'd have to check the box. With the green tea Suzuto-san makes me from time to time, and Iris's unique herbal infusions. This place is paradise for a true tea lover. Green tea is such a wonderful accompaniment to British tea cakes, don't you think? We have a desk. I've only been here in London for about 2 months, but my desk is starting to look a little messy already. You can tidy up once in a while. Suzuto-san, I always say, making a mess is a small sacrifice to pay for being able to further your studies. The time spent tidying up is time you can't devote to the same cause. The time spent on ridiculous arguments is time that could be better spent on some simple housework. She wins, but I'm supposed to be the lawyer here. That's a fun line. Oh, we have this. Yeah, let's check this. Oh, dang it! I'm gonna have to use my mouse again. Oh, this must be the telegram. Let's see. Ah, no, you must look at that. Not under any circumstances. Alright, I won't. I'm sorry, Naruhodo-san, but you can be very mischievous at times. Put the telegram away if you don't want people looking at it. Well, let's move. Let's move back to the suite. Okay. We had a little loading thing there. I think this is it. Okay, nobody over here. Table's empty. We already know that. Isn't that North Machine usually on it? We can never hope to understand what goes on in the Great Sector's 9. Unless we ask him, of course. This is... Sorry. Ward. Keyword. Globe. There's all sorts on these shelves. Chemistry apparatus, books, papers. Lots of things I've never seen before. It's all heaped up so high, I can't help feeling that the whole lot's gonna topple at any moment. Oh, it's such a charmingly untidy collection of paraphernalia, isn't it? Just looks messy to me, like my desk. But you, Mr. Naruhodo, must learn to tidy up after yourself. No favoritism there, then. Alright. Tea set, tea set. Looks like the metal chest is being used as a table for tea and coffee. It seems very sturdy with an equally sturdy wall. Mr. Naruhodo, you mustn't go around opening things. I always have to keep an eye on you, don't I? Yeah, mischievous Naruhodo. Babysitter Susato. Is this your car? Menses is past cases. If you'd been involved in my case, I wonder if the beefsteak from a carnival would be on display here. A mystery shoe, a curious hammer, some mysterious dancing men, a bust of Napoleon. Ah, what an entrancing collection. It looks like an untidy assortment of junk to me, rather than what's on my own shelves. Well, you really ought to learn to keep your things in order, Mr. Naruhodo. No favoritism there at all. Fire's burning comfortingly in the grate again today. It's a very different feeling to a Japanese hibachi somehow. Oh, look at that photographic print of a lady displayed on the mantelpiece. Could it be? Yes, it must be. It's the woman. Oh, how exciting! Is that supposed to mean something? It's supposed to be the queen. For having the woman for having examined the hold on, I got a Steam achievement for that. For having examined the fireplace in the suite, Waltz with Susato in episode 5, huh? It's the Queen of England. All hail magisterial majesty. Oh, we have Iris's section. Whoa, advanced math. This paper already set up in the typewriter. Look, as if she's about to start. That reminds me, when I mentioned that Iris was in the process of writing a full-fledged novel, Mr. Natsume was most impressed. Ah, yes, Mr. Natsume. That's what I'll be doing too once I'm back in Japan, he said through tightly clenched fists and teeth. This is where Iris notes down ideas, isn't it? Let's see, what does it say today? Ah, the Boscombe Valley Mystery. Ooh, how intriguing. It must be the title of Iris's latest work. Oh my, I wonder what fantastic tale awaits us. She looks like an angel, but I bet she's dreaming of the most unsavory crime you can imagine. Yeah, that tracks. Oh, there's the bust of Napoleon. Let's move again. We already looked there. Was there somewhere we missed here? Examine. What do we do? Look at this. Look at this lovely big shiny box bee. That, my dear madam, is a music box. Surely you have such things in your own country. Oh my, yes, but I've certainly never seen one so large before. Shall we listen a while? What a sublime sound. It's like the music of angels. I've never heard anything like it before in my life. This particular specimen is of the larger variety commonly found in public houses and restaurants. There is a metal disc inside, on which notes to be played are recorded. Simply by replacing the disc with another, any music you care to imagine can be played. Goodness, what a simply delightful machine. Indeed. Though their popularity has waned recently with the development of the gramophone, of course. Science and technology advance at such an unspeakable pace. Is that it? Let's see. Alright.
Oh, there's an arrow over here. I did not notice that. There we go. Oh? That's not a calendar you can easily miss, is it? 15th of April, today's date.
There's such not for sale, I must point out. It is an Eastern-style page-a-day calendar. Every night at midnight, I tear off the front page to reveal the following day's date.
A big calendar for a tearaway fellow such as yourself, Mr. Winbank. And who was it who walked out of here at the wrong violin before?
Well, when the agreed storage period is passed without repayment, articles are forfeited, you see. Try to keep a close eye on the date. It's something of a pawnbroker's obsession, you might say.
Ooh, yes, I can see you're very dedicated to your job. More stuff here? What an assortment of things there are on these shelves here. Crockery, footwear, clocks, and watches. Almost anything you can care to imagine. Those are forfeited items offered for sale by the pawnbroker. What does that really mean, though? When you pawn or colloquially pop an item, the broker loans you money against its worth. He stores the item for an agreed period of time after which the loan must be repaid. If not, he's free to display it in a shop for sale at a price of his choosing. Oh, yes. Now you've explained it, I'm noticing little price tags on everything. Of course, simply by paying the agreed interest on the loan, one can extend the period of safekeeping. So you may pawn that black garb of yours without fear, my dear fellow. A treasured university uniform? Never. It embodies my student spirit. Okay. Yeah, let's investigate there. There seems to be a little door hidden behind that curtain there. That leads to the storage room, where Mr. Winterbank keeps articles that are currently in pawn. I see. There's nothing of particular interest inside. I certainly wouldn't recommend any loss in this activity. Recommended or not, it's not something I tend to do. There is but one key, and Mr. Winterbank keeps it in his pocket at all times. Before he sleeps, he places it into a small pot, which he slides under his pillow.
I wonder if you know about that, Mr. Holmes.
I am a detective, sir. It is my business to know what others do not. I am frequently assailed by information I neither care for nor wish to retain. Mr. Holmes, you are a wonder. And the prime suspect that this pawnbroker is ever burgled. Yeah. Is there anything else? Anything else? Are these shovels? Oh, it's just the desk. Look at this enormous ledger open on the counter there. Mr. Winterbank is, if nothing else, very particular about recording the items he accepts. He'd have to be, otherwise he'd get himself into all sorts of trouble. Which might explain the thing that catches my eye far more than the ledger. This revolver here. Yeah, probably best not to have that on hand. Whoop-ah. Do not entertain even a single thought of pilfering an article herein, my dear fellow. I assure you, Mr. Winterbank would not hesitate to draw that weapon with the speed belied his portly size. Oh, you don't mean he'd blow his brains out? Yeah, bleh. Oh my. In any case, of course, we never do such a thing. How could you even suggest it? I want to make sure we examine anything and everything. Because usually when you've exhausted all dialogue options, that's what you gotta do. Oh, that's easy to miss. Look at this. Whatever could it be used for? I have no idea. There's a small cat just here, look. We're going to open it, aren't we? Oh my, that's amazing. It's some sort of spring-loaded mechanism. Which means we'll never manage to put it back to the way it was before. Oh boy. What are you two doing? What? Us? Nothing. Nothing at all. Whatever this device is, it seems to have a pair of little windows to look through. I feel as though I've seen something rather similar to this elsewhere. Is this like binoculars? Like a prototype to that? Again, that was easy to miss. Oh, this thing. What do you suppose this rather enormous machine does? It seems to have two little windows. Oh! Allow me to enlighten you, my dear fellows. What you are looking at is a stereoscope. A stereoscope? Fascinating. It is aptly named, I assure you. Look through the eyepieces and see for yourselves. Oh, I should be delighted to. Excuse me a moment while I have just a look. Just before you do, there's something I should point out. My dear fellows, in order to see the image properly, stereoscopically as it were, you'll need to be cross-eyed. However, if that is beyond you, it is of little consequence today. Yeah, I don't think I can. I haven't thought about it in a while. So I haven't done it. So I don't really know, but I think I can't do it. No, you must see at once. Oh, all right then. So I need to be crossed up. I'm trying to look at my own nose. That's one of the jurors we saw earlier. Oh, it's like movement. Sort of like a 3D back and forth. It's just a photographic print, but it seems like you can reach out and touch it. Yes, the sense of depth is startling, is it not? Stereoscopes are one of London's many favorites. They are often found in little stalls in the park. People queue for hours to see them. Why? Why are people meddling with such black magic? It is no magic, my dear madam. It is, well, far too complicated to explain at present. We shall save this lesson for another day. Oh. Aw. Tuppence for it, that ain't fair and you know it. This article's apparently worth a penny, miss. I cannot offer more. Alan said there's an argument brewing over by the counter. That can't be right. Is this... Have you even had a proper butcher's at it? I seen all I need of it all sitting near the street, young girl. It is! Hello, Gina. Gina. From Wario's trial 2 months ago. Yeah, I'm changing his voice to
Her name is Gina Stellastar. She's a censor. Hers requested on large crowds, relieving people at that person's.
and this is close enough to a mix.
What's commonly called a pickpocket. Banjo.
Gordon Bennett, you lot. Hello, Miss Lestrade. I hope you've been. Uh-oh.
What, you remember me?
Oh,
Goodness. Why'd I go into Windibank's voice there? Wow.
you remember me then, do you?
Well, I remember being completely surrounded by smoke, that's for sure.
What are you doing in there? Down and out like the rest of us. Nothing to eat. Come to pop that black weasel. Sorry, coat, have you? What is it about this black uniform that makes everyone common? Oh, good day. Unless I'm much mistaken. You'll be the young pickpocket who stole our experimental smoke grenade launcher. I'm Mr. Holmes. So, you have something of value to pawn, do you? Allow me to see the article and I shall negotiate with the Winston there. For the other one, I don't need no help someone from Stucky. Get out of my business. Go on or I'll make trouble for you.
As you wish, Miss Lestrade. I will happily remove myself from your presence. He's really done it. He's gone.
I'm sorry, but as I said, there really is no room for negotiation.
There's that thing he has in his hand. Some kind of metal disc. And you, go on. Leave me alone. Oh, Mr. Straw, just pretend we aren't here. Shan't be offended in the slightest.
Ooh, stare down. Fight, 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 fight.
Suzuka-san can really stand her ground when she wants to. Whatever.
Alright, I'm gonna take this time to take a little break. Mainly because I need to refill my water. Get hydrated again. We'll see you back in probably 5 minutes. Let me save in the meantime. How close are we to an ad? Because I'm yeah, I'm gonna run an ad now since we're gonna be on break. Just so add money to charity. Woo. And we will be right back. Break. Welcome back. Welcome back to the game. We have just encountered Gina again. We're gonna see what's up with her. Hello, I didn't really think you were the sort of person who'd use a pawnbroker, Mrs. Strahd.
Yeah, well, I am, alright. I'm a Londoner, just like everyone else. But the problem is it.
No, not at all. It's just that, well...
Oh, I get it. I know what you're thinking. They probably don't even belong to her. Probably got on the dive, didn't she? Yeah, I could see it written all over your Chevy Chase.
Well, I might have been thinking something along those lines.
You're not going to deny it, Mr. Naruhodo?
Alright then, I'm just gonna come out and ask you straight. Do you pawn things that you steal from other people?
Well, I don't know how best to answer that, really. Suppose. Sometimes.
You're not going to deny it either. Come on! I thought starting the ad break, delayed that. Come on. Oh well. Sorry about that. I'm gonna, yeah. During. Grr, I am mad at you. We're gonna wait till the we're gonna wait until the ad break ends because that's annoying. We're gonna wait, it's almost done, hopefully. Oof, there we go. I am so sorry, everyone. Whoa! Starbriar! Welcome on in, Raiders. Welcome on in. We are in the middle of, we have sort of just started, the last case of the Great Ace Attorney Chronicles. Welcome on in, Starbriar and friends. I totally understand if you want to raid and run, but both for you as a streamer, because I have to stream care, and also for people who want to watch this series or play this series from the beginning. Totally fine. I mean, we got VODs up if you want to watch it, but if you want to play it, completely fine. My name's Ty. I am a pilot PNGtuber, in the process of, working on 2D stuff. I mostly play detective and puzzle games like the Great Ace Attorney, like what you're seeing right now. And we got a new one starting up on Wednesday, which is Urban Myth, what's it called? It's called Urban Myth Dissolution Center, is what it's called. Yeah, I also do some variety games and stuff. But welcome on in. Thank you all so very much for coming. And yeah, we're just gonna hang out and play some visual novels. Visual novel puzzle attorney action Action Time, directed by Hideo Kojima. The disc that she's holding, perhaps we should see what she has. See, he has to say about all this. So, Windabank. Oh, dang it! I keep messing up the buttons. These buttons on the screen are Xbox buttons, and this is a PlayStation controller. Add more button prefabs. There we go. Yeah, let's ask about the disc. Oh, hello. Oh, easy chat. Welcome Raiders. If there are any on the YouTube side, there. I think it's just from Twitch. I don't think YouTube does Raiders, but yeah. Mr. Windabank, what exactly is this metal disc that Miss Lestrade has brought in? It seems to have hundreds of tiny little bumps on its surface.
Oh, it's a music disc, you see. For use inside a music box.
In a music box?
What, you don't even know what a music box is? At least I'm not ain't too savvy, eh?
I know what a music box is, I've just never seen one of these discs before.
The small protrusions on the metal disc encode the tune to be played by the music box. You simply insert the disc and set the machine going, and beautiful music plays.
How incredible! Tell us, what tune is on this disc?
Well, I'm afraid I couldn't tell you that. There are so many different types of music box, you see. British-made, German, Swiss. I have no way of knowing which particular machine this disc was made for.
Ah, I see.
And that's it in a nutshell. I wouldn't have any customers for an item like this, even if the young lady forfeited it. Really, I'm already offering more than I should at a penny.
It's a packet of lies. He told me he did. He said it was, well...
Ooh. Somebody scammed you.
Never you mind. It just ain't right, that's all. That this worth good money, I know it is.
Well then, you'll have to try your luck at another pawnbroker's, won't you?
Ah. By that scowl, I'm guessing that this is not the first pawnbroker that you've tried.
You've been in before, of course, this little tattered demon.
Learning new vocabulary today.
I brought some dubious article or other with her every single time.
Dubious? What are you trying to say? I'm an honest customer, me.
So, is there something dubious about the disc you brought in? Oh boy.
Well, I thought it was that simple.
Sorry? What do you mean?
What she actually brought in was a storage ticket.
Storage ticket. So, Miss Lestrade is actually coming to redeem an article from you today, is that right?
Yeah, that's right. A girl like me has a lot of stuff what needs storing.
Alright, yeah, that's definitely dubious.
The article in question would have been forfeited at midnight. But she gave me the ticket for it and repaid both the loan and the interest. I was obliged to return the article.
What was the article? Do tell us, Mr. Windabank.
A little scamp was wearing it. It's the overcoat she redeemed.
Oh. What's wrong with that? It fits, don't it? It's mine, so of course it does.
So, what about the disc then? How does that come into all this?
Oh, the disc is something else. I knew article to pawn if the girl and I can agree a price.
New article to pawn, article to pawn. I'm confused. I thought you said that Miss Lestrade brought in a storage ticket today.
It's really quite simple. Yes, the child brought me a storage ticket and the money owed on it as he said.
For this heavy black coat, which you returned to her care as I understood it.
That's right, yes. And rather unsurprisingly, as soon as the little ragamuffin put the thing on, he went rifling through the pockets.
Oh, you mean...
No. What? Don't you know it's rude to stare at a lady? I see. So it came from the pocket of the overcoat, did it?
If you mean this did, then yes, exactly.
And she immediately tried to pawn it. For quite a high price as well. This is all rather suspicious. Yeah, that is true.
Give it up. I'm just trying to pull something like anyone else would. Miss Lestrade, may I ask who deposited the overcoat here in the first place? Well, it doesn't really appear to be your size. It's me old man, ain't it? Is it, Miss Lestrade? Yeah, this is definitely all rather sus. Out of my way, please. Oh, who is this now? Oh boy, you have fans, don't you? Who's this picture postcard English gentleman? I think this is about to be, potentially the person we're defending in our case, but feels like the villain. Good day to you, ladies, gentlemen. Yeah, you are definitely a theatrical sort. What's your problem, eh? There is no problem as long as you remove yourself. I have a matter to discuss with the proprietor. If you intend to make a problem of it, I shall see you outside, little girl. For the hiding you deserve. Look at it obvious. I ain't done talking with you yet. If you think you're such a jet, you should know how to wait in line. Yeah, that's fair. Dude, that is... Well, you are an impudent little brat, aren't you? As well as a pick... Huh? Who are you? How do you know who I am? The question is, how do you not know who I am? Yeah, he is already showing himself as quite a bit of a prick. You haven't even the courtesy even to remember the faces of your victims, it seems. Oh. You mean you? Broker? Yes, sir. I believe this filthy pocket thief has just redeemed an article from you now. Yes, the article in question belongs to me. I demand for it to be returned at once. Oh my! That's a lie. What are you trying to pull? Let me pack my overcoat, you wastrel. And needless to say, any music box discs too. No, you can't have it. You just can't. It's my old man's, or it was. Now it's mine. Goodness, this Mr. Naruhodo. This is a very awkward situation. I don't know how Mr. Windabank is supposed to give that back because he already sold it. He already gave it back. It's on Gina's shoulders, from my understanding. You know, it's not I think perhaps we should hear both sides of the story in a little more detail. Alright, let's talk with you first. Miss Lestrade, is what the gentleman is saying... What do you think? It's all lies, ain't it? Obviously. I swear on my life I ain't never laid eyes on that dandy before. Sure, now you little ragamuffin. You stole it, didn't you? That ticket you brought in here just now. No, I swear it. I swear to God. It was barely an hour ago. I was walking along the street, minding my own business, when this little cutterling ran into me. I knew at once what had happened. I've been robbed yet again, I thought to myself. Those wretched pickpockets. Yet again? Oh yes, as you can see, I'm a man of impeccable style. Oh goodness. The first time that I've been targeted by these backslum scoundrels. Then, relinquish my overcoat. Come on now, Mr. Strong. Give the good gentleman his coat back. If we're gonna cause trouble, I shall have no choice but to call the police. Hold on, why does everyone think it's me? Let's look at this dandy cove, and you think I'm the dodgy one. I'm sorry, but no one's gonna believe you. Now, About evidence? Yeah, where's the evidence that I've stolen something now? Come on, let's see it. Why have evidence flashing? You what? Let's go over to the guy. No, oh, not move.
examined. Let's go over to him before we ask about evidence.
Excuse me, but who are you? I would expect the inquirer to introduce himself first. But clearly you are not British, so perhaps our ways are foreign. Oh, sorry. Yes, we're from the Empire of Japan. We're studying here. Oh, yes, Japan. I've heard talk of the place.
Oh, what's this?
Its inhabitants live on some fiery brown-colored soup dressed up with exotic spices.
You might be thinking of somewhere else. And what was that theatrical gesticulation about?
Perhaps. Anyway, you are a gentleman. Do you offer your own name first before inquiring after the name of another?
Of course. Yes, I'm Ryunosuke Naruhodo. I'm a lawyer. Well, a student of law, really.
My name's Suzutomi Katoba. I'm Mr. Naruhodo's assistant. I see. My name is Benedict.
Yes. Eggett's Benedict. Oh, God. Oh, goodness. Oh, boy. Oh, boy. Ace Attorney, back at it again with the puns. Woo, 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 woo! He paused, though. I do not think this is his real name. I think this is just some much richer, con.
Enchanté.
So refined in how he holds himself and how he speaks, but that name is suspicious. Yeah.
Now to the matter at hand.
Oh!
My overcoat?
Return it at once to someone with the style to carry it off.
Every movie makes, every breath he takes.
Can't stand watching him. That's good. Alright. Let's get into the evidence now. Evidence that the article Miss Lestrade redeemed actually belongs to this gentleman. Of course, we need only consult this ledger to know the truth. We'll be able to look at the person who deposited the article in the first place.
Very sorry, but I'm afraid that won't be possible.
Oh.
I never ask customers' names. That's a strict policy of mine.
But why not?
Well, now, as you can imagine, some of my customers have circumstances to consider. A great many of them prefer to maintain their anonymity.
Yes, I see.
But then how can you know if an article belongs to the person asking to redeem it?
Oh, it's quite simple.
Memory, I assume.
So might I trouble you for the watchword associated with the article in question?
Of course, it's...
Oh?
Professor.
Yes, that's right. And all the evidence we need. This gentleman is the rightful owner of the article, without doubt.
A watchword? Interesting. I wonder if that is written down somewhere. What are these watchwords, Mr. Winbeck?
So I just explained. Never ask customers' names for the deposit item. There are many reasons why certain customers
Would like to... Cool. Wasn't exactly a subtle glance at Mr. Sholmes now, was it? Hold on. Sorry. Cough. Great detectives have no dark secrets. Not at all.
Yes, well, anyway, that's why I always ask for a watchword. In many ways, it's like the secret combination of numbers used to unlock a vault. Contain a deposit, a description, and a watchword. Uniquely identify each item. And then, of course, I get the storage ticket to the customer. When someone comes to redeem something, I ask for the ticket and the watchword.
And if that someone tells you the correct watchword, do you return the article?
That's right, sir, yes. Just as soon as the requisite fee is paid.
I have supplied you with the information you require already, but for the avoidance of doubt, the article in question is an overcoat coat deposited 2 months ago on 15th February. With a watchword of Professor. Or put the correct information, child. But how? Really, this is beyond a joke. There's no further room for doubt.
You are not pulling that off well. Sorry, bud.
Let that be an enchilada. And thank you for your custom, Mr. Egg Benedict, sir. With such reasonable rates of interest, I may even decide to come back. This is why I hate grown-ups. Just because I'm a diver, everyone thinks that makes me a liar. Thanks to coat pockets, if you please, Broker. Of course, sir. Here's the disc for you.
Interesting.
Just this one. Pardon, sir? I was expecting another.
That is. Spaghetti-o.
Another disc. Oh dear.
Don't.
I forgot to inform you, sir, that what was deposited with me was merely the overcoat. The disc happened to be in one of the pockets, but I was completely unaware of it until now. No, pretending. You're hiding more of what's rightfully mine, are you? Who, eh? I don't know nothing about it.
This is thief versus thief, spy versus spy right here. Hey, there. Which one is the? I think. I guess Gina would be the rightful black spy versus Benedict being the white spy.
Very well. Then I shall bid you farewell. Say goodbye
To style. Ugh, you pompous ass.
Wait a minute, that disc is mine.
Uh-oh.
What do you think you're doing, you little tramp? You've drawn blood, you filthy animal. Oh my, yes, there's blood on the disc.
It's just all those sharp little bumps. The man must have scratched his finger on him.
You found it first, all right? I mean, it belonged to me, old man. So you're not having it. Or you take it.
Me?
If I hang on to it, they'll have it off me again. So you keep hold of it.
Stellastar, why is this disc so important to her? Why are we oh well.
There in the black livery.
Hand that disc to me at once, please.
No, don't. He's lying. Grown-ups are all liars.
I think you're both lying now.
What do I do now?
How am I going to resolve this? That is a very good question. A very good question indeed. We just leave. We leave with the disc. That's what we do. We make a clean getaway. Alright. We can't converse. Can we talk with you? Mr. Windibank is clearly at a loss here. We have to do something about this. Kina. Oh, wait, no, Sholmes is over there. Scott is really looking daggers, that gentleman. You need to do something. Yeah, Sholmes is over there. Let us... Hello, Herlock. Is it time for a logic and reasoning spectacular? What are you examining with such keen interest? As you enjoy a bar of caramel, I see. Is that the same, like, dreadful pose from earlier? That's some good reusing of animation.
You found me at last, Mr. Naruhodo.
Sorry?
After that young pickpocket set me on my way, I was forced to lurk in the shadows, crudely ostracized as the rest of you partook in the jovial atmosphere of fellowship.
This was nothing jovial.
I had nothing to occupy my mind, but was too ashamed to let society see
what my downfall had done to me.
So feigning mock interest, I pretended to examine the tedious trinkets in this desolate place. Whilst, as you shrewdly observed, gnawing on the only friend I have left, the 7% solution of caramel. Pray, do you claim to understand the depths of my despair, Mr. Naruhodo? But how could you? I was so lonely, so desperately lonely.
Then,
Why on earth didn't you rejoin the conversation? Things have gone from bad to worse here, you know. Yes, I overheard much of your conversation. Or rather, in my craving for human contact, my ears devoured every word that was uttered. Really were sad, weren't you? Poor Mr. Holmes, I feel simply awful for you. It would seem that my inferences are correct. Oh, surely you're not about to tell us that you've solved the entire case. My dear madam, sometimes I wonder, what my genius for detection to be commoditized? How much can I pawn it for? It is indeed time. But who knows what'll actually happen? I know what'll happen. It'll be the whole thing where it's the thing with the thing. Let's listen to it. It's the thing where we have to correct the observations. Here you find yourself in something of a predicament. Or something of a predicament. Where the blue places have you been, eh? What? When a lady's in trouble, the true gent's supposed to be that help. Straight away. Not an hour later. Harsh. Who, pray tell, are you? Mistake, it's Benedict. You have in my eyes a veritably encyclopedic array of curiosities about your person. Nevertheless, there are two immovable conclusions I have drawn. I beg your pardon. The first is this. The true reason for your visit to this pawnbrokery today is something you have not yet revealed. Yep, that's definitely true. And the second is this. Considerable crimes in contemplation. One you will orchestrate with intent to steal a vast sum of money. Well, Mr. Benedict, what say you to my deductions? Oh, he's turned as white as a hard-boiled Eggert Benedict. It would seem that once again, he's made a flawless deduction. Who do you think you are, sir? Ah, yes, as I hoped. That is precisely the pained expression I was looking for. Do. So, shall we begin? The time has come for yet another Herlock Sholmes logic and reasoning spectacular. The Great Deduction! The game's afoot, baby! I'll make Mystery Man's and Gasper's not involved with this. First of all, we must ask ourselves on what business you ventured this pawnbrokery to. You claim to afford this pickpocket here, having had the redemption ticket stolen from you on the street. But that is most certainly a lie. The real truth is something quite different. Ooh, as revealed by that which you hold in your hand. Yes, what you brought to this shop in the first place is the staff recruitment flyer. Piece of paper in your hand is the staff wanted advertisement from this very shop. And even the most unobservant would still realize that a man of your appearance has no need of such employ. In other words, there is some ulterior motive. The K in which you unwittingly clutch to your person exhibits an incontrovertible contradiction. What other rot? I've had this cane for years. Hi, Nix. Welcome in. Oh, AG, huh? The missing ferrule. No, it's not. No, that is... I don't know how you can miss that, buddy. The end of any walking cane would be terminated with a metal ferrule to protect the wooden tip. And yet detailed analysis shows the wooden tip of the stick to be utterly bare. Therefore, there's only one conclusion. Oh, maybe that is true for something else. It appears to be a walking cane is in fact no cane at all. Yeah, perhaps. Your coil set is something wrong. Hello, Nix. How are you doing? Hope you have had a good one. We're in the middle of the first case, the first little bit of Case 5 of Great Ace Attorney Chronicles. And in your recoiling, you inadvertently facilitate the answer of the next conundrum to present itself. Namely, what is the truth behind this rod you bear? Haha, funny word. Yes, your reaction betrays the truth. The handle which you have evidently would like to conceal is the key. From the moment I saw it, my suspicions were aroused. Oh, thank you. I'm glad you're enjoying it. What walking cane demands such a stout handle? I ask. But of course, as I said, this is no walking cane. No, that's wrong. Is a shovel. That's totally true. That's totally true. I mean, it's undeniable truth. The conclusion is clear. Your true motive was to take employment at this establishment in order to excavate the ground beneath this premises. What a calculated crime. That's totally true. To tunnel underneath the pawnbrokery. Topic 2. Great crime. Now, Mr. Benedict, let's continue. We must expose the details of this elaborate crime you have in the planning. This is utterly absurd. You suggest that I, a gentleman, intend to excavate the ground beneath this pawnbrokery with a broken shovel. What on earth do you propose I could expect to find there? Well, some long-forgotten treasure, I suppose. Save for such a fanciful theory, what possible reason could I have to do as you say? Oh, but there is ample reason. As you're only too well aware, Mr. Benedict. In your furtive glances foretelling that I could have hoped. What? Let us consider what would motivate a man to infiltrate a shop such as this, and covertly dig beneath its floor. The answer is revealed by the council notice, supposedly. The letter gives us notice of public works to be carried out in the local area. According to the enclosed plan of the upcoming sewerage works. Beneath this shop runs a sewer that adjoins another, one that runs under the bank. Madness has entered the sewers now. By excavating the ground beneath our feet, you would gain access to the waterway. Those in very close proximity to the Great Vault of the financial institution opposite. What a... In summary, sir, you devised a master plan for an elaborate bank robbery by dint of the underground. I think you could pull off a bank robbery in much easier terms than what he's proposing. Which brings us at last to the final chapter of this lurid scheme. With what plunder did the thief hope to make off from the underground vaults with? You're quite serious. Having consulted with Scotland Yard some days ago, I happen to know the answer. But naturally, the answer is no secret to you. I have no idea what you're talking about. Allow me to present a rather interesting piece of evidence. You see, this picture postcard supposedly tells us all we need to know. Supposedly. Postcard of the Great Exhibition. I'm afraid you've quite lost me. Currently in the final stages of preparation, the Great Exhibition will soon be underway. And the government has provided extra funds to complete its centerpiece, the Crystal Tower. Funds that currently sits in the vault of the bank, on the other side of this road. Pardon? Yes, the considerable crime you've been contemplating is the theft of that which sits in the vault of that bank. The Special Reserve Fund for the Great Exhibition. Of course, that's top secret police information, so keep it under your hat. To steal the Great Exhibition, the Reserve Fund. Alright, time to undo that web you wove. That concludes Sherlock Holmes' great deduction of this pawnbroking puzzle. This reminds me of a puzzle. This isn't Professor Layton in the unwound future. We're in the past. An impressively upbeat deduction for a detective wracked with loneliness, would you not agree? Was it true what you said about the bank? Indeed, though few know of its existence, it is one of the government's most closely guarded secrets. Gregson told me in the strictest confidence. But you just announced it to everyone here. Rather loudly, in fact. And if it's such a big secret, how would Mr. Benedict have come to find out? There'd be but one explanation for that. Clearly it's because the man is a criminal. But what if he didn't know anything about the money in the vault? If he is a criminal, as he said, then buying a brand new shovel is sure to be the first thing he does now that you've revealed the secret. Or if he doesn't, maybe Mr. Windibank will. He already has plenty of shovels here.
Oh, my life, I assure you, I'm not so unscrupulous.
Well, hopefully this has taught you a valuable lesson. You?
What about Mr. supposed great detective here?
Sensitive information must be handled with the utmost of care. One can never be sure that someone privy to secrets won't disclose them, and once the word is out, it's out.
Yeah, we are, and we're definitely gonna finish this before New World of Steam comes out. I wonder if we can do both series simultaneously, or if we just put this on pause for New World of Steam, but we'll see. But no matter what, I am playing that on launch day whenever it's announced. Hasn't been announced yet, and it is almost quarter 1 2026, so hope it comes out on time, and that the developers aren't crunched.
Excellent idea, Mr. Naruhodo,
An excellent idea.
Well then, Mr. Naruhodo, you know what to do.
All right, let's listen to it so we can massage it into shape.
Very well then, let us start once more.
From the top.
Oh, those films is magnificent, logic and reasoning spectacular.
Course correction. That is my specialty. And you say that you might be worried. You might be worried and say, Ty, you wouldn't fly off track as a pilot, would you? And to that I say, no, actually, pilot training is mostly emergency stuff. That is most of pilot training is emergency procedure. Is you have to have all of those things up here, all of those things in your head, and you need to have the practical experience to know what to do. So it's not actually a sign of incompetence. Also, please believe me, I'm not incompetent. Please.
You could well have followed this pickpocket here, having had the redemption ticket stolen from you on the streets. But that is most certainly a lie. The real truth is something quite different.
Right, we've already heard these lines. I am not gonna say them in the accents so I can rest my voice. Okay, let's see. By Mr. Holmes's reasoning, Mr. Benedict came here in order to apply for a job so he could dig down through the floor.
Yes, in an attempt to tunnel in the sewers to gain access to the money in the vault of bank across the road. But he wouldn't get very far with the broken shovel, would he?
No, I think it's fair to say his motives lie elsewhere.
The question is, where? What did bring Mr. Benedict here at this particular point in time?
Okay, let's do these terrible controls. Spaghetti, who do we have here?
Take that!
Someone's been following you, Gina. Oh. Yeah, we need to actually investigate. It's scrolled by someone famous. I forgot that a lot of times you have to actually investigate it first. The attention of plotting for it. Yay.
What spectacularly contrived logic.
Oh, buttons. Sorry. It's supposed to be a logic and reasoning spectacular. I thought it contributed to the show. Sorry.
I don't quite understand.
Oh, come on. I look like a smartly dressed man, but
Perhaps he's destitute, really.
I think that's the only explanation.
Let's stop thinking along those lines.
I suppose you're right. Well, in that case,
Perhaps there's something in this pawn shop that the man was looking for. Let's look closely. Okay, wait. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, it doesn't give you, it just shows the present option, it doesn't show the investigate option on the UI. Look at all the scribbled notes on the back of the flyer. I don't believe it. What is it? Listen to what it says. PNGtuber, height 5'2". Yep. Green cap, scruffy waistcoat, grubby white shirt, blue satchel, ragged. It's a detailed description of Miss Lestrade. Goodness, yeah. She has been targeted. There's even a sketch of her, hat and all. Although if we showed it to her, she'd fire that smoke grenade to launch her in his face for sure. I'm surprised she hasn't done that already. Details of the shop have been written down here. Winterbank's Pawnbrokery, Baker Street. Redemption deadline 15th of April, which is today's date. Why would Mr. Benedict have all that information scrawled on the back of the paper? There you go. Is the... Come on.
Take that!
Info on Mrs. Straw. Come on! Yes, what brought you to the shop in the first place is the info about Miss Lestrade. Quite so, my dear fellow. It would appear that the writing and sketch on the reverse of the flyer pertain to the pickpocket Miss Lestrade and to Mr. Winterbake's pawnbrokery here. You originally told us that you had merely given chase after Miss Lestrade stole the redemption ticket from you. But that serves a thinly veiled lie. It's the information on the back of the flyer that led you here today, by which I mean here to Winterbake's Pawnbrokery, and today the redemption deadline of that overcoat. We waited outside for the young girl matching the description you have written down to arrive. And you have gone to some lengths to hide the reason for your pursuit of Miss Lestrade. In other words, there is some ulterior motive for your actions. Okay, there we go. Getting back into the other lines. Inconvertible contradiction. Inconvertible. Why is the word that phrase? Hold on. Inconvertible contradiction is reminding me of interior crocodile alligator. I brought the Chevrolet movie theaters. Now, baby, I'm the Ripper. Maybe that would actually be very funny. That would be very funny if he is actually the Reaper. Well, we already have Lord Van Zeeks, so okay, yeah, probably not. Probably not. Also, yeah, I forget what I was gonna say with also. Oh well. What's a ferrule? It's the metal cap commonly found on the end of a cane. Ah, the bit that makes a nice clacking sound like the pavement. Yes, exactly, and Mr. Films is right. It appears to be missing on this cane. But it doesn't actually look broken, does it? No, it doesn't. Though the gentleman certainly did recoil when he identified the cane as suspicious. In other words, there's some secret about the cane that Mr. Benedict would rather we don't know. Yep, it's the initialing. Let's take a look. I doubt that'll change it, but look here, Mrs. Stone. There's some letters on the handle. Ah, yes, those must be initials, I think. In the West, it's customary for people to engrave their belongings with the first letters of their names. So her option would be HS here. That's right. And the initials on this cane, obviously... Oh. AG. Alpha... It's not Gamma, it's Golf. It would be Golf, I think. That's not quite right. Contradiction, of course, is the initialing.
Take that!
And there we go! Bang, bang! Whew. Contradiction of which I speak is, of course, the initialing. What's the student's observation, wouldn't you say, Mr. Eggert Benedict? We are led to believe, sir, that your initials are, Echo Bravo.
yet in the most possessive manner you have in your grasp and name, bearing the initials Alpha Golf. An inconversible contradiction indeed, would you not agree? No, you're wrong. This cane isn't. You said before that you had that cane for years. Oh, you just have your arm out. I thought you had your leg up on the desk, like Von Zeke's. So don't try to tell us that you just borrowed it from a friend or found it in the park. In short, though you hold yourself to be a gentleman, you have withheld your true name. Uh-oh. You're close. Is something wrong? Is something wrong? Are you gonna cry? Are you gonna cry like the little baby man that you are? I'm such a gentleman. Boo-hoo-hoo. Shut up. Shut up, British man. Well, and in your recoiling, you inadvertently facilitate the answer of the next conundrum to present itself. Namely, what is the truth behind this rod you bear? Okay, we are back. Truth behind the rod. The handle which you evidently would like to conceal is the key. No, we gotta look around. Let's consider the bare bones of what's happened here. Miss Lestrade redeemed that fine-looking overcoat. And now a mysterious man has appeared, introducing himself with a fake name, and claiming that the overcoat belongs to him. We know that he actually identified Miss Lestrade from a written description, which suggests that everything else he told us is untrue. So what we need to do here is somehow prove that the overcoat cannot possibly belong to him. Is there a name tag on the back? Oh, split seam. I mean, that's not proof, but he definitely wouldn't keep one with a split seam. It's coming apart, look. So it is. You know, a moment ago, when Mr. Benedict was surprised by something that was said, I thought I heard him make a rather strange noise. It sounded a bit like a tiny growl. Now I think it was probably the sound of the seam ripping open. If you look closely, it does seem to be a very tight fit. Oh, that's what we're getting at. You wouldn't have a hope of fastening at the front. If you weren't running around in it, I'm sure the whole thing would fall apart. That I'd like to see. Sorry? So how do we make Mr. Benedict run around? Oh boy. She's really giving him the runaround. Yeah, so it probably is that. Stylish chat, that's... I want to examine it just for fun. Even though my eyes are getting a little tired. And the rest of me is getting a little tired. A bright white top hat like that just might be the hat for me. You like it, do you? Do you want to steal it? I think I do, don't I? In that case, you can see if there's something similar among the forfeited items after the investigation. Alright. Yeah. Doesn't look like there's anything else. Split seam. There we go! Split seam, which you evidently would like to conceal, is the key to understanding this riddle, you see. Yes, because the overcoat is rather obviously a poor fit. Having forced it over your broad shoulders, the seam is already breaking it apart. My suspicions were aroused from the outset. When you so boldly lied about your name, so boldly waylaid this pickpocket. This catalogue of untruths is all penned for one very specific purpose. To steal the article that the young girl redeemed from Mr. Winterbank. But what really irks me is this. The considerable crime has actually been considerably curtailed. Oh, right, you were saying that it was going to be to steal the thing. And the tunnel underneath the thing. Steal the Great Exhibition's reserve funds. Let's see what this actual crime is now. The second actual crime. Actual crime, Edgar Benedict. For we must expose the details of this elaborate crime you have. It's utterly absurd. You suggest that I, a gentleman, designed a wheeze to filch some tawdry article of pawnage. Have you forgotten that I redeemed the article in the proper manner using the watchword? Had you not been the one to deposit it in the first place? How could I possibly have known the relevant details? Ne sais pas. Oh, but the watchword can be discovered. As you are only too well aware, Mr. Benedict. That I don't know. Your furtive glance is more telling than I could have hoped. Let us consider how one might come to learn such a secret watchword relating to the pawned property of another. The method is revealed by the council notice. I bet he's written it down somewhere. Somewhere that we can see. The direction of the deduction must change rather dramatically now, I think. No more talk of tunneling into the sewers. Which is a pity, because it all sounded rather exciting. Anyway, you can't deny that this mysterious gentleman did know the watchword. Yes, Professor. If you didn't know that word, Mr. Windibank would never allow you to redeem the article. Or, looking at it another way, if you did know that word, Mr. Windibank would allow you to redeem the article whether it was yours or not. The question is, could this gentleman have found the watchword out somehow? How do I move the thing up? Can I only move it left and right? That sucks. Well, let's take a look at the notelet. Look at this, Miss Susato. Ah, it appears to be a memo that Mr. Windibank has scribbled to himself. Let's see, what does it say? Oh, Professor, dude. Not so secure. After all, he must make a note of the watchwords his customer is given, right before their eyes. And an alarmingly clear script as well. Oh dear, I don't know where to look. Who knows what other secrets I might see? Popper is about to present the revolver.
Take that!
Revealed by the notelet. The method is revealed by the notelet on the counter to which your eyes were inadvertently drawn. Yes, the broker here follows the same procedure whenever a customer comes to redeem an article. He asks the customer for the watchword and notes down the response entered on the notelet he has to hand. Then he consults his ledger and confirms whether or not the watchword matches that of the article. I expect nothing less of a diligent pawnbroker. But his diligence clearly has its disadvantages. What are you talking about? It is increasingly apparent that you were present in the shop before your accusation against Mr. Lestrade. In all likelihood, you followed her inside and then observed her talking to Mr. Windibank. When a diligent broker made a note of the watchword, as is his common practice, you observed him writing the word professor on the notelet beside the ledger. And that's, was the master plan you devised to steal the pawned article from the young Miss Lestrade? Master plan? Nice. Alright, what is the actual thing? It's probably the disc. He probably knows that the disc is in it. It's probably placed in advance. It didn't seem like there probably wouldn't have been motivation to just slip it in while Gina was talking. No idea what you're talking about. Allow me to present a rather interesting piece of evidence. See the picture postcard? Nope, buddy, nope. The articles we're talking about are the overcoat and the music box disc that was in one of the pockets, which according to Mr. Windibank isn't even worth a penny. Yet this man went to such lengths to steal them. What? I wonder if perhaps we already have the evidence. Could we? Really? I'd better have a thorough look through all the evidence we've collected so far. Okay, well, we only have this and the armband, so, let's take a look. Oh.
Is he still alive, or is it for one of his descendants? Interesting now. Interesting. The plot thickens. The plot thickens. A word or two. It looks like somebody's name. For McGilded. McGilded? It couldn't be. But it is Mr. Naruhodo. Name I shall never forget, for as long as I live. But why? Why is his name on this? Alrighty. Here we go. Take that, baby. That's all we need to know. You see, this music box just tells us all we need to know. Wait, hold on. Hold on a second. I just realized something about Benedict's design. Hold on a second. I'm gonna pull up an image and see if you don't resemble. See if you don't notice any any similarities. It's sort of a long shot, but the main thing that has me noticing is the hold on, where's the image? Is the suspiciously horse-like belt buckle there. I present to you enhance. If you ignore the overcoat, the complete white outfit that he had on earlier, and he just completely looks like Mr. CB, doesn't he? It looks close enough. You have the green and gold cane. You got, admittedly, the blue isn't in there. Perhaps you could say more, Saiyan Sky-esque, but for me, this is where my thoughts went. Wario, you'll be playing my mini games soon, whether you like it or not. The unfortunate philanthropist who perished in curious circumstances, and also another a debt trapper. His longmongering demonstrated a distinct lack of scruples. That is a way to say it. The young associates of his, or perhaps subordinates. Mr. McGilded was a man of unusually small stature. In fact, he was precisely the right size for that overcoat that you squeeze yourself into. True identity remains shrouded in mystery, Mr. Eggertsburg. But the final conclusion here is crystal clear. The reason you came to this pawnbrokery today is to retrieve an article left behind by the late Magnus McGilded. Gah! How could you not lie? How dare you? Stop! Yippee! Yay! Elementary. Oh, well, Mr. Magnus McGilded. Not a name I expected to hear in these circumstances. Mr. Sholmes, I'm afraid there's something very troubling on my mind. Pray tell, Mrs. Tell. Well, yeah, he's dead. Well, according to what Mr. Winterbank told us earlier, today was the final day on which the coat could have been redeemed. Oh, and it's 2 months. It's 2 months after. Interesting. So maybe Gina stole it. But if she stole it, then it could be before, but maybe after somehow? Today is the 15th of April, so 2 months ago today. Would have been 15th February, sure, that's right. So carefully recording my letter.
Deposited at 10:30 p.m. I see.
What? 10:30 p.m. Oh boy.
Yes, 15th of February is precisely the day in which the omnibus murder took place. 10:30 in the evening is precisely the time at which the terrible events were unfolding. Suggestive is not the word. It would seem the matter is entirely beyond coincidence. You are, of course, at liberty to make whatever outlandish deductions you choose. However,
Uh-oh.
I must insist you hand over the music box disc now. It would be a terrible shame for you to return to your native land in a box.
Ugh. That is beyond rude. Absolutely, we are, no, let's, Kajina, smoke grenade time. There's some things a man must protect at all costs. It's very well maybe one of those things. Then again, it may not.
Mr. Winterbank,
This is my shop. I can't allow any harm to come to my customers. If that were to happen. Archer,
No, Mr. Winterbank, no. All right, you should fire on him. Hey, Greg is here. Here I come to save the day.
It seems Inspector Greg is on the way. Right, Sunshine, the alarm was raised on one of our dedicated emergency lines, so we got here as fast as we could. Now, what's all this about, eh?
oh praise be, you're here at last.
I was moments away from doing something in my very own establishment.
It would seem you have the upper hand.
What, you all got some explaining to do? I don't appreciate being bothered. It's a pet ever some pretty archy-bargy.
Petty, Mr. Winterbank very nearly met with his aunt.
That was all gone as far as I can tell.
I forgot about that. I need to put that soundboard in eventually.
The whole Britain's meet with that if I don't get to the bottom of the paper I'm supposed to be working on.
What on earth is the case, Inspector? Spare no detail, Gregson.
I might settle here too. No matter, it's nothing to do with you, though.
Aw, thank you for the hearts.
Anyway, sir, you're gonna have to come with me down to the station.
We love good old Greg.
But of course, Inspector.
Oh! He's getting away with his superb dance moves with his effortless style. Sir!
On the street of theft at pawn shops around here recently. So he fitting emergency buttons underneath the counters for brokers to let us know when there's trouble.
Oh, that's good thinking. That's very good thinking.
I would expect I was at work for a while, very worried indeed. Now then, Mr. Penitently in Morning.
Oh, yes?
I'll be taking that whatever it is McGilda's down to the yard. So hand it over.
Oh, yes, of course. No, don't give it to him. It's mine, that is mine.
Promise. Anything belonging to McGilda has to be taken in as evidence.
As evidence? If the police demand something as evidence, my dear fellow, we have no choice but to capitulate. It's all yours, Inspector.
And I guess they're both of them perhaps trying to make a buck. Perhaps. I suspect we'll find out both of their intentions in the next part. And so we handed over Miss McGilden's disc over to Inspector Greg, and we're summarily turfed out of the shop and onto the street. To be continued! Alright, we have finished part 1 of the investigation. Now that's how you write a first part of an investigation. There you go, Ace Attorney team. There you go. See? See, you can do it. All right. Let us find somebody to raid tonight. Thank you all so much for being here. I very much appreciate it. Let's see. Let us see. I'm in the mood. You know what? I'm in the mood to say hello to somebody else is doing somebody new. Somebody is doing oh, actually, you know what? This is rating somebody new. Let's rate Ialuna, who is currently I don't believe I've rated her yet. Who is currently in the middle of Ace Attorney Investigations 2. Let us start a raid. Good old friend, recent friend of mine now. So feel free to hop on Twitch if you want to join the raid. Next, we will be playing Ace Attorney again in a week's time, same place. And Wednesday evening will be first episode of new detective game that I forget the name of. Then Friday, City Skylines 2. We'll see you next time. Be kind, people, and have a good one. Bye.